The Orlando Magic are one of the most underrated teams in the NBA right now. This is a team that legitimately has a chance to make a lot of noise in the Eastern Conference this year, coming off of a year where they improved their win total by 13, going up to 47 wins last year. Their Achilles heel was that they could not shoot the three ball. 27th in three-point attempts, bottom 5 in percentage and made. They shot 30% in the playoffs, so they bring in KCP, they bring in Tristan to Silva, both of who I really liked, and both of who are really going to help their squad out. And this bench unit in the playoffs, the only guy shooting 35% or better from three was Jonathan Isaac. So they bring in De Silva, they get him at 16 somehow. He averaged 16 points a game, 5 boards, 49% shooting from the field, 40% from 3 on 5 attempts at Colorado last year. He's going to come in and immediately be able to provide a huge impact for this Magic squad. He is a 3-level scorer that can do it from anywhere. He can go both ways. Here he is getting it. Well, he went left. He finished with the right, but still, he can finish with both hands. He's 6'9" with a 6'10" wingspan, so he fits right in at either the 3 or the 4, whichever position you want to play him at, and he looked elite in the Summer League. He looked like he was too good to be playing there. A little fall-away jumper off the post-up. That is tough. He's also going to be a great spacer, as you can see here. Extra pass, knocking it down from the corner on net. He lit it up, frankly, at the Summer League, knocking it down time after time. He's going to fit perfectly alongside of Paolo, who creates so much gravity. These other drivers and slashers that the Magic have, like Franz Wagner, just catch and shoot, knocking it down. He's going to be really elite at that. I think he will really live in the corner. As you can see here, he's knocking a lot of them down from the corner. And he was honestly too good for Summer League. Let's just say that. Now I know I'm still showing the Summer League highlights, which maybe not great, but there's no film of him yet, so we gotta show the Summer League highlights. There will be some soon, though. I think he's going to be an impact player from day one. Like I said, maybe even not quite sixth man, but he's going to be one of the first guys off that bench. And then you have another elite spacer, another 3-and-D guy in Kentavious Caldwell Pope here, who, yes, is getting older, but he still averaged 10 points per game, 2.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists per game, and 1.3 steals on a Nuggets team that was a game away from the conference finals, and arguably, a game away from getting back to the NBA finals after they could have beat the Mavericks, I feel like. That's still up for debate, though. 46% from the field, 41% from three. He's just a winning player, and I love his fit alongside the rest of this Magic core at that 2-guard position. You got Jalen Suggs running the 1, which we're about to talk about, but KCP, I really like him. He can run the floor as well. As you can see here, he can facilitate a little bit. He's still got a little bit of bounce left, even though he's 31, 32 years old now. Now, they are very comfortable with Jalen Suggs running the point guard position. And that starting backcourt that I just showed you is going to be absolute trouble to score against next year. Suggs averaged about 12.6 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in 27 minutes this year, while really improving his field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, shooting 40% from 3, a drastic improvement from the year before, and his playoff numbers were even better. In 33 minutes per game, he went out and, on top of playing elite defense, he averaged 14.7 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 1.3 steals per game for that Cleveland series. Now I know it's tough to stop Donovan Mitchell, but he still played pretty solid defense, and he's just a glue guy, a guy that you have to have that helps winning. Now, I'm expecting a big-time leap this year from Paolo Banchero, especially after we saw him in the playoffs. Last year, he averaged 22.6 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5.4 assists in 35 minutes a game. And this year, honestly, I expect a little bit more, maybe like 26 points a game, maybe like 8 rebounds, 46% shooting from the field, 34% from 3 on 4.4 attempts. I expect his shooting splits to continue to progress as well. He's 6'10", 250, a Mack truck coming down the lane. His 3-point percentage going up, that's going to be even scarier, and I think he's going to be a really, really good player this year. I mean, just look at him. When he gets into the middle of the court, he's tough to stop. In the playoffs, he averaged 28 points a game, 8.6 rebounds in 38 minutes. Here he is just cooking. That's his kitchen right there inside the painted area. He shot 46% from the field and 40% from 3 in the playoffs. That's kind of scary for a 6'10", 250-pound power forward. He's more of a point forward now, though. If you've made it this far into the video, obviously you like something, so make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button, as it really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Also, we're looking for about 200 likes on today's videos. If you could help us out with that, it'd be greatly appreciated. And we're almost to 20K, so if you could help us get there, it'd also be greatly appreciated. Now, the Magic have the potential to roll out this death lineup of Anthony Black, Franz Wagner, Tristan De Silva, Paolo, and Wendell Carter. Now, Black is 6'6" with a 6'8" wingspan. Franz stands at 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. De Silva, we already talked about, is 6'9" with a 6'10" wingspan. And then Paolo stands at about 6'10" with a 7-foot 1-inch wingspan. And then Carter Jr. down in the paint stands at 6'11" with a 7-foot 5-inch wingspan. That could be a crazy lineup, and it could all be made possible by Franz Wagner and his development. Now, yes, he had a very bad elimination game last year, but let's look past that. He averaged 20 points per game last year for the Magic in the regular season, 8.3 rebounds a game, 3.7 assists, 1.1 steals per night, all while shooting 48% from the field, which is a very, very healthy field goal percentage. 28% from three, however, is really holding back. That is bad, especially on 4.4 attempts. You can't have that as your number 2 guy on an NBA team that's trying to win games. That's just not going to work out. There he is slashing. You also have Wendell Carter Jr., another guy you got to talk about with this Magic team. Little bump hook there, or jump hook in the lane, off the shoulder bump. He averaged about 11 points a game last year for the Magic, 7 rebounds, 1.7 assists in 26 minutes as the starting center. Really didn't play all that much, but what he has done is really developed his outside game and just his overall, fluidity on the basketball court. 53% from the field, 37% from the three-point line on a couple attempts per game. Still very young and still, pretty, not raw, but he still has a good bit of development left to do. You also have Mo Wagner down in the paint, the brother of course, Franz Wagner, coming off the Olympic summer with Germany. He averaged 11 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.7 assists last year in just 18 minutes a game. 18 minutes he's putting up those stats. He also shot 60% from the field, 33% from 3 on 1.4 attempts in 26 minutes a night, and his per 36 numbers are as follows: 22.4 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per night for Mo Wagner. Overall, just a nice stretch big to have off the bench. Now, this was a big argument in the offseason, and that was the Jonathan Isaac contract and if it was an overpay or not. He got 5 years, $84 million, which is a pretty big contract, especially for a bench player that only averaged 7 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks last year, while shooting 53% from the field and 38% from 3. So I don't think it was an overpay, though. He's a great wing defender off the bench. However, can they make the playoffs this year? I love this lineup. I really like this lineup a lot, especially with Jamal Mosley and what he's been able to do for this Orlando Magic team. You got Suggs, KCP, Franz, you got Paulo, you got Wendell. It's overall a great lineup. You even have a really good bench with Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, Tristan De Silva, and others coming off of that bench. Jonathan Isaac, and of course Mo Wagner down at the end of that lineup. This team is deep. It is very good. You also got guys like Jett Howard, who we didn't even talk about at all in today's video. Anthony Black as well, both of the rookies from last year that really didn't get much PT because this was a Magic team that was competing. Overall, this looks like a Magic team that can be much improved next year, and I am very high on them. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button as well, as it'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm. We're looking for about 200 likes on today's video. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.